Hello, hi. My name is Colin and I have the website called letsbuildabetterworld.uk. I'm explaining different ideas on how to build an ideal world, and the earlier work I've done has been just a preparation for this essay. This essay is called From an Atheist Point of View, and the significance about this essay is that it doesn't make assumptions. Therefore, it can be respected and understood by atheists, scientists, engineers all around the world. So if this essay is true, it has great significance. My family background is engineering. My dad was an engineer, my elder brother's an engineer, and my mum used to work on calculating machines. So therefore I've tried to design this essay around engineering. If you look at the world, you may have heard this before, but it's so fascinating, it's worth repeating. If you look at the world, there is yin and yang, as the Chinese explain it, a complementary give and take action between masculinity and femininity. So in humans, we see male and female. In animals, you see male and female. So mammals, birds, reptiles, fish, etc. In insects, you see male and female, bees, ants, spiders. In flowering plants, you see male and female. They have a stamen and pistil. Ions are positive and negative, like common salt, and particles are positive and negative, like protons and electrons. Have a think about that. Right through our nature, we can see this duality. It implies that it has a single point of origin, and it is a staggering idea. Masculinity is big and strong compared to femininity, and this can be seen as a relationship between a subject and object pair, whereas the masculine is big and strong and the female is smaller. And the male gives to the female and the female receives. Thinking about this in astronomical terms, can you see any subject-object pairs? Looking at the solar system, we have the sun and planets. This is like another subject-object pair. And astronomy is now finding massive black holes at the centre of galaxies, another subject and object pair. So from the minuscule protons and electrons up to the gigantic galaxies, you can see a subject and object pair. This is something that needs careful thinking about. Could you say at the beginning, at the centre of our universe, there is something of subjective nature, like a subject, and the rest of the universe is an object? Possibly, yet to be discovered. It's something to think about. You can see that this theory is beginning to unite the world of science and spirit. Now, turning to look at women's fashion magazines, changing the subject completely, what women like to look at in fashion magazines, they like to look at beauty. They are fascinated by beauty. And a woman of beauty is after one thing, the love of a man. So we can deduce that there are two ways to live life, a way of beauty and a way of love. Love is based on giving, so you can say that it has a purpose for whole. Beauty is based on receiving, so you can say that it has a purpose for the individual. Perfection happens when love or masculinity and beauty, femininity, unite together strongly, but centering on 100% free will. We are born with 100% free will, and we should keep that at the centre of our relationships. So perfection is the unity between masculinity and femininity, total unity, centering on 100% free will. A world where masculines have perfected their masculinity and feminines have perfected their femininity will be a kingdom of heaven. It will be a world of infinite variety of relationships, and this is worth fighting for. You can define beauty as simply as the mind dominating the body 100% of the time. And when you see this happening, something special happens. Internal nature is expressed and developed, and it becomes beautiful. You can define love as an individual living for a purpose greater than itself. Again, 100% of the time. This can be the love of friends, love of a partner, or love of the world, but living for a purpose higher than itself. As you can see, trying to perfect yourself by developing your internal love and beauty means you are going in two opposite directions. It's very, very difficult. That's why it's so hard to achieve. When an individual lives a life of beauty for some time, they can understand that they have discovered something of great value. And then, in some cases, they can go on to suggest and say that everybody in the world should live according to the same principle. Everybody should be beautiful. This is wrong on 2 points. First, it does not respect individual freedom 100%. And second, there are two complementary ways to live, love and beauty, not just beauty on its own. So that is wrong, and you see it quite often. Also, similarly, for a person who is an expert in love, they can feel the same way that everybody should have love in the same way. Again, that ignores freedom of belief. And again, there are two ways to be beautiful and to be perfected, beauty and love, not one. So you can see there are some political implications beginning to develop from this theory. Society should be 100% free. If it hasn't got a philosophy that respects that, it is false. And this means that historically fascism and communism were incorrect. They don't respect freedom. And you can also see this in modern day Russia and China. They are totalitarianist type countries. They don't respect freedom. So this theory undermines their ideas. You can also develop this theory to explain Christianity, which is a beauty type religion, and Islam, which is a love type religion. Taking Christianity, for example, the whole of the Bible has one purpose. It's to teach individuals how to fulfill their individual purpose by being beautiful and by making the mind dominant over the body 100% of the time. So once you understand this, you no longer need to reference yourself to the Bible. Looking at Islam, a love type religion, the whole purpose of the Quran is to teach you how to be sacrificial for a purpose of love. So once you understand that, you no longer need to be tied to the Quran. You just need to understand that the Quran teaches you how to fulfill a purpose for whole, centering on self-sacrifice and true love for your neighbour. To summarise, there are two ways to live a good life: the way of beauty and the way of love. Beauty can be defined as fulfilling individual purpose desire by making the mind dominant over the body all the time. Love can be defined as sacrificing yourself for a purpose for whole 100% of the time. To grow to perfection, we need to be experts at both, centering on 100% freedom. This video is the first video to explain the essay from an atheist point of view. The essay is fairly long, so there will be subsequent videos. It is probably a good idea to read the video on the the essay on the website. I'll give details on the screen. If you have any questions, please get in touch. I'll give the email address on the screen. I'm sorry I'm a bit nervous. I'm not used to doing this. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.